Excuse me, hiccup, sorry.
GSL.
Thousands of anti-government protesters have
Welcome to GSL Antigua Shipyard.
All right, let's do this. In the upper right, we got our Zerg player. He managed to win on Cloud Kingdom, his map, but can he win on the opponent's map, Antigua Shipyard? He is
MVP DongRaeGu.
and his opponent in the bottom left. He played so well in game number 1, a little bit too aggressive in game number 2. Can he win on the map of his choice, Antigua? He is
Liquid TaeJa.
Okie dokie, Artichokey. It's time.
Let's do this.
Who will remain to fight against Polt for the last spot in this group?
Yeah,
God,
don't
it
forget,
could go
guys,
either way.
both these players could be out.
One player falters, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's it. Cannot falter.
No, you cannot. So, this map, as we've said a ton before, but it's so important. 4th base for the Zerg, very hard to get. Zerg always one base up on their opponent. So that means it's going to be hard in the late game here for DRG. So I don't know what he's going to do. He may try to tailor a build early on to take out TaeJa, or he may just be competent with his macro in this. We'll see.
All right, so, of course, quick hatchery for DRG, no surprise there. TaeJa, no command center first, not really a surprise there either, to be honest. It's totally fine. Obviously going to go into his own command center pretty soon here.
These guys are pretty evenly matched, it seems.
Don't forget that after the match after this, the next player that actually advances into the round of 8 of GSL, Codes, we will be giving you an interview too. Go to GOMTV.net,
Yes, please.
leave some questions on the forums. We'll give you shout-outs.
Only if the questions are good.
We had a really good one about the posture of rain. I like that. Because posture is always something that's on my mind and how terrible mine is and how I want to fix it.
Yeah, same.
It's hard though, man. So much more comfortable to slouch.
No, I'm slouching right now, man.
Yeah, I'm leaning back. Got
Chilling.
one leg over the other leg. Just legging out.
Just legging out.
Yeah. Alright, so no gas yet for DRG, no surprise there. Double gas for his opponent TaeJa. It's going to make him a little bit safer than going for that triple command we were talking about before. If there was a map for DRG to roach on, this would be not a bad choice. So TaeJa.
And the second command center is about to finish here. From there, we're going to have a few more racks thrown down here, or maybe a factory.
Yeah, I think it'll be a factory. The guy on the racks would be pretty excited to see what the hell he was thinking.
And now, yeah, it's finally done, the expansion. He's going to turn that into an orbital.
DRG going up to 4 queens. Still no gas. Definitely a chance he'll go 6 queen here. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of people go speed on this map lately. But, you know, if he went for 6 queen, which he's one of the only Zergs that we're still actually seeing play that style. But if he were to go for something like that, it would be pretty neat to get the creep spread actually all the way out into the high ground in the center. Because if you can actually get your creep up there, you're going to have a better chance of holding on to that when Terran decides it's time to cut the map
You're right,
up.
yeah. Offensive creep pushing.
Yeah, and he is going for 6 queen play. I love it. I am actually really excited. I think this is a good choice for him because, as I was saying before, you know, I feel like you're going to have to play pretty much your normal game here. And with 6 queens out, he's going to have 4 out on the map, really pushing the creep forward. He's going to be able to defend against the Hellions easier. There's going to be Banshees involved in this as well, as we see there.
Got some anti-air.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, he should be able to get the creep actually out into the middle if he deals with the Hellions well enough. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I think this is the best possible build choice here for DRG based off of what TaeJa's doing.
Yeah, I think it's that, and you know, that's going to be something DRG is strong with. If he's going to go out and not make it to the code round of 8, he may as well go out playing a strong macro style because that's forte.
Marine gets up there. He sees actually that the third base is being taken. So TaeJa with a very good idea of what's going on in this game.
I like that he poked up there. If this was like 3 queens into speedlings, that would have been a little timing where he could have perhaps done a little bit of damage, forced the queen back.
All right, denying the Hellions once again, and here will come the next wave of planting creep tumors. I do love 6-queen play.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just so strong.
it certainly is.
There's no rushing to anything either. There's no like, you don't have to get like a super fast layer with it. You just sort of power up.
Yeah. It's a cool build, man. But it does allow Terran to get away with quite a bit.
That's true. They can upgrade a lot.
He's teching, getting upgrades ready, building a command center at the third base. When you see that many queens, you know that there's no way he's attacking you. Speed's certainly not about to finish. In fact, speed has just started for DRG. So really good responses here by TaeJa.
The Overlord peeking in here now. Sees that there's nothing here at TaeJa's second base. Now, what are your thoughts about him putting this factory over here and making a reactor on that?
On
bottom left, there you go.
Oh, another reactor for the factory. I think he's just getting it ready for Marines, to be honest. It takes so long to build reactors. You may as well use that. In fact, that's exactly what he's going to be doing.
Yep.
So, yeah, I like it.
Here's the Banshee coming in here.
Yep, Spore Crawler is on the way. Notice how he walks forward. TaeJa's like, oh, I better get out of here. He means business. Just needs
now. Yep. Now that this hatch has taken some damage here, but he'll eventually have to back off, and he does. Got a layer here on the way. Circling speed almost done, along with the 1-1 attack here, so that layer's pretty well timed out with the upgrades.
Yeah, everything's looking really good for DRG. He's getting such a healthy drone count. In fact, he's already going up to 72 drones, which is solid. In fact, he's making even more. He's going to go up into the mid-70s, so his economy is going to be completely out of control.
He's getting another Banshee, too, here, so he's going to have a very solid Hellion Banshee composition.
It's really nice for harassment, just picking off anything he possibly can. Takes quite a few queens to take that out. He's never going to kill that layer.
No, never.
It's just not going to occur.
Well, looks like the third base here for TaeJa has now been taken. He's going to power up now, get some more barracks, and of course switch to the siege tanks.
It's quite a few drones there. That was actually really nice.
And he's going to leave as that Overseer's done.
So Spire and Baneling Nest on the way. DRG going to stay on that composition. Fine choice. That's what he's been really playing well with. Right now, TaeJa is finishing up that 1-1, which is actually timed out really well in comparison to DRG's, just slightly behind. But his armory is a little bit slower.
All right, the Lings are backing up now. Yeah, I mean, DRG's doing a great job powering. The real question, though, guys, again, is the fourth base here. Can he actually secure that? Where will he take that? Is he going to take the top center? Is he going to take the fourth base in, the center right? Because it's going to be very pushable for Terran.
Yeah, that's very true. But, that's part of getting this many queens. He hasn't gotten as far as he's wanted yet. He really wanted it a little bit further by now. But he can definitely get it up onto that high ground before the push actually starts from TaeJa, I would say. No doubt about that. So, in fact, TaeJa doesn't have quite as many barracks. Oh, there they are. I was like, where are all his barracks? But he's doing all right with them. He's going to have to add some more pretty soon here. In fact, just threw 2 down.
Okay. Banshees have not been picked off yet, but that may all change when the mutas come out here. Now he wants to stockpile a lot of energy for Cloak in case he finds that fourth base. He can cloak it up and maybe gun it down before an Overseer can get there in time. That's definitely one thing you want to do.
Very good point. Really working hard with these Hellions.
But DRG is not phased at all. Now here's the Cloak, so we can avoid that. Overseer Cocoon is on the way, but these Banshees are going to get out just in time.
Now, DRG really needs to get that creep spread going again. He has a lot of Lings on the way. I think he's getting ready for a bust. He knows that the timing for TaeJa to start moving out across the map is coming. And the reason he knows that his 2-2 is just about to finish. So he knows TaeJa's is somewhere near there. And by the time Terran has 2-2, they are on the map. So, and he's
Could have an
pretty
interception here. No, he's going to get out, actually. Where Banshee's probably going to come over here again. Now, no, DRG did expand to the upper left corner of the map instead of the center right, which I predicted he would do.
And he's actually focusing his creep spread in that direction slightly.
And he actually might just bust in here right when that 1-1 or 2-2, excuse me, finishes.
You think so? Well, he is making a lot of Banes and Lings right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that this would be a good idea, though.
I don't think it's the most advisable move, but that it certainly could be the case with how many Banes.
He's going, and we'll see. Can he actually break him? The Baneling's rolling in. That's a lot of siege tanks, though, connecting with some of the Marines. A lot of them actually hitting siege tanks. And, well, that was not completely terrible. I mean, he killed off a lot of siege tanks. Siege tank count is down to 2, so if he can remake a lot of Lings and Banes, he can hold his opponent off for a bit. You know, the reason DRG set up an attack like that is because, you know, this is a very old school strategy that we've seen on this map. If someone goes cloak and takes a quick third and stuff, they oftentimes don't have a lot of units at that point. But TaeJa's macro was on key. He took his third quick enough and added his production facilities quick enough that he withheld that attack. And now he has the higher supply and doing some nice pushing here, taking out a lot of the creep tumors.
All right, as you can see, the siege tank's backing up now. Banshee hitting this hatchery, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I don't think he's going to get it in time, though. The Mutas come down here and take it out. That was close.
Indeed, but don't forget, TaeJa can walk over there pretty quickly.
Yep.
The Hive just started 3-3 on the way for DRG's opponent. DRG, of course, can't start that because he did not get the Hive.
Yeah. So actually, there's going to be this timing in here where Terran can do a lot of damage. Now Terran's going to float over here and try to control the center while having this fourth base here on the low ground. This is easy for Terran to hold unless Broodlords come into play. But again, easier for Terran than it is for Zerg.
A lot more Lings and Banelings on the way in. You said that right, Tasteless. I mean, he's going to have a planetary there pretty soon, so... Ooh, I thought he was actually going to go. That would have been completely inadvisable. He's actually down in supply at this point. This is a hard spot for DRG, man.
Nice. All those Mutas are at the upper left, so he's going to try to fly a medevac over there into the center right.
Now, the Hive is about to start. I think DRG is going to throw down Ultralisk Cavern. I may be wrong on that, of course. He does already have Spire Tech and that +1 attack on it. But I feel like I don't know that he has time to get Broodlords right now. He might need those Ultras just to soak up some of the splash damage and be able to help against siege tanks because he has so many Banelings. But no, instantly actually does StarCraft Spire. Okay, so he's going to try to make it all the way to Broodlords.
All right, he needs to drop to kill that hatch at the center right. TaeJa does. And as Artos has already said, yeah, we have a lot. We're going to have Broodlords out here eventually. Now, let's see, actually, he already damaged that hatchery from before. It's getting lower to half health. I don't see much that can save the day here.
No, he's going to get it.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, nice snipe. Picks up, but the Mutas will take him out.
Yeah.
So, but DRG still has his fourth. So, I mean, there's definitely a chance here. His economy's big enough for him to be going for the Greater Spire. The only problem is that I'm nervous about is the timing of that. But TaeJa's staying put, even though he's sitting at max. You know, his 3-3 is finishing. He hasn't really moved forward yet. He hasn't taken the center, and he hasn't cut up the map. So, every moment he waits allows DRG to get closer and closer to those Broodlords.
All right. Upper left has remained pretty much untouched. There's just enough Mutas out here that he can always take out these medevacs. You can see he's targeting down other Mutas with his army. We're kind of at the breaking point here. Someone's going to have to attack somebody.
Yeah, and I feel
I'm
like
surprised
that's
that Terran
TaeJa.
didn't push, actually. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know what exactly his plan is, but he's going to let DRG like tech up to Broodlords, which is exactly what you don't want to do. He also is like not really bothered to control the center.
You know, TaeJa actually added 3 more facts, not even 2 like Holt normally does. So he's actually going 4 fact siege tanks right now, which is like really good against Ling Baneling compositions, like a really good counter to it. But DRG going for those Broodlords at this point, he looks even more like G's. Maybe TaeJa was thinking he would go for Ultras or something, but
nice targeting here, but the transfusion's pretty good. And what about the other medevac drop over here? Can he get inside?
well, there's a lot of units right there. You might be able to force a cancel on one hatchery, but shouldn't break the whole thing.
TaeJa being surprisingly passive here. Does he have a starporter, Tosis?
He does. Only one, though. You know, I feel like he has no idea about the Broodlords, basically. I think he was thinking maybe Ultras or staying on layer tech, but that is not the case here.
All right, upper left has remained pretty much untouched. There's just enough Mutas out here that he can always take out these medevacs with his army.
And as that Broodlord count becomes formidable, it's not quite yet. He's at 4, getting a 5th. But as that becomes formidable, if he can force those tanks on siege at all, the huge amount of banelings he has will be really effective.
Okay, lots of starports here.
He's actually flying his Broodlords over because TaeJa is moving in this
TaeJa
direction.
might be in trouble, guys.
That's a lot of siege tanks.
He's been eerily passive here.
Yeah. And he could actually lift up and drop on those. I don't think he knows that, but...
Uh-oh, here come the banelings.
God.
Oh, man, taking a ton of damage here.
Yeah, that was a gigantic amount of banelings that he just lost there. That is not. This is the opposite of what he wants. His Broodlords are engaging the Marines, and his
Gonna drop
tanks...
over here on the main, too.
Oh, God.
And another attack over here. I think actually DRG's army's been isolated over to the upper right. There's actually nothing that can kill this.
Yeah, he's
Peculiar situation.
spawning lings, so he'll have to clean up with what
Oh my
he
god,
can
he
get.
took out both those Broodlords too.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, man. This many siege tanks he can't get through. He just cannot. And he's going for a flank. This is going to be so cost inefficient. TaeJa targeting down banelings left and right.
Oh my god.
That was just brutal.
Mules and GG. DRG is now out of the GSL Codes. TaeJa goes on to face off against Bolt.
Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, TaeJa played very, very well. DRG with that one attack. That's like, people don't do that as much anymore because Terrans have come very good at defending against that. TaeJa made enough siege tanks early enough with his Hellion Banshee harassment to actually hold on to that. So that gave him a lead, and from there, DRG got up to a really good Broodlord tech, but he actually had them in the wrong position. He engaged completely wrongly there, unfortunately. He needed to actually bring them over and have them over the Lings and Banelings to protect them and force the tanks to unsiege. But instead, everything went wrong. Everything went haywire. And TaeJa picked that up.
Funky game, but there was some high-level stuff going on back there. Surprisingly passive for most of it. All right, guys, well, this is going to bring us to our final match today.
Yeah.
A Terran vs. Terran between Pult and TaeJa. So while we're on this 5-minute break, go ahead and do me a favor. Send in some questions for either TaeJa or Pult.
Whoever you think will win.
Huh?
Whoever you think will win.
Yeah, whoever you think will win. And if we can, we'll try to use those for the interview. We'll be back soon.